I can get you off, but maybe not the boat. Just
Yeah,
want
that's just weird to say to
to
me.
start with that line because Ron Perlman's character is hilarious in this movie. So, this is your first time watching it,
Well,
right?
let me put it this way: it wouldn't be
Okay.
hard to be hilarious in this movie.
So, I was going to ask you about
Everybody
that
else is so serious.
because this is your first time watching this, right? Like, just this
Yeah,
movie.
this is the first time I ever saw this, which is
What's.
funny because
Okay,
I want to say this. This is the first time I ever saw Aliens Resurrection,
right?
but I had the
Oh.
making of Aliens Resurrection book that I bought back in '97.
So, you bought this back what, in 97, so when it came
Yeah, I
out.
bought this back in '97.
Because that's when it came out,
You
I
know,
believe.
making of.
Wow.
But again, I collected making of books. If I could get my
Oh,
hands on it, and I
okay.
could afford it. I bought it. Because
Because I was going to
I
ask you
got,
why.
I have Starship Troopers, Dracula. I mean, you name it. I almost have Independence Day, Wild Wild West.
But you've seen all of those, though, except for Alien Resurrection.
Yeah, I've seen everything but Alien Resurrection. I was gonna watch it one day, but I just never got around to it.
So, what do you think about this movie? Like, the genre completely changed from the first three movies, right? But then the
Wait a minute.
genre
Did it really
changes.
change? Did it really change? I mean, the story changed. I didn't think the genre changed. It's still a horror movie in space.
Okay, so the first one is a horror movie. The second one, Aliens, can we count that as a horror movie? Or was that like more
I
like an
don't
action?
know. It's more like an action. I don't saw that horror.
The
And then the
third
third
one went
one,
back to
I don't
suspense.
I don't know what the third one was. I don't even remember the third one.
So out of this one, so now you've seen all four, right? Not counting the,
I've
I
seen
don't
all
want to
four
say,
of them.
I guess the six total, Prometheus and then Alien Covenant.
I haven't seen any of those yet.
Okay, what do you think of this one? Like from this time before Ridley Scott redone the whole thing.
I I don't know. I don't really have anything bad to say about it.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it was awesome. No, I don't think it was awesome at all, but
It's
I
not
don't think it was
awesome.
horrible either.
I saw
I
this
think
in the
it's
theater.
there's too much. It was too much. It was just another aliens movie that kind of got further away. But the problem is, I actually probably like this one better than I like the third one.
Okay, I could agree with you on that.
Yeah,
I can
because
totally agree with you on that.
the third one wasn't really much of an aliens movie.
So, how did you like? So, I thought I had a problem with it, but I want to know what you think when they clone Ripley. Now, how on earth were they able to get her DNA? Oh, I guess in the lab from the third one, because they
I don't
did do
know. That's the
blood work
problem.
on
I
her.
can't remember. I can't remember the third one.
Yeah, I can't remember, but I want to say the doctor that
But
she was
but this
sleeping with.
is this is almost like 300 years. What 200, 300 years later?
Yes, it was a
And here's the
long
funny
time
thing is
after.
they clone her DNA and they clone her DNA to make her with the D because I guess apparently the alien's DNA must mix in with you.
Yes.
So apparently they had to clone her just to get this alien queen. All they
Well,
want to do is make an alien queen so they can make more
hey,
aliens. This is all they
I'm
want to
so
do.
glad that you brought that up, right? But now it makes sense because from the second one, the third one, when Ripley woke up, she was the only survivor. Because the queen was inside Newt, so it got out of
Yeah.
her and then got into Ripley during hypersleep. So ever since then, before she crashed onto that prison planet, the alien DNA and her DNA was combined, and they did do blood work in Alien 3 on her to make sure that she doesn't have any diseases because they were in that prison planet. So that does make
Yeah. Yeah.
sense.
I remember
Yeah, it's really
that.
funny.
Okay, well
During
that's
the
all
whole
they did.
time I was watching this movie, I forgot about that until I talked to you about it, and then we both said like, "Well, you forgot about Alien 3." I still remember it pretty well because I saw it in my
I remember
teens.
some of it. I remember some of it, but like I said, it was Aliens 3 wasn't that great a movie.
No, it's not. It's
Remember,
not the great
because
movie
the editing was horrible. The editing on that movie was horrible.
because it has the combined DNA of the dog. Because they're
Yeah,
supposed
plus
to
it
walk
was.
upright, and then
Oh yeah.
yeah, the
Well,
host was the dog.
this movie, the aliens swim. That's the new thing here. The aliens
Is this
swim.
swim or is it because we've never seen them underwater before?
We never have, but they needed to show us a new thing, so
The
we got
newest
underwater
thing is
fish.
the hybrid alien. When the queen
Well,
gave
the
birth to
newest
a
thing
hybrid.
is we got to put the swimming, but yeah, you're right. The alien that had the baby, they had the human skull in it with the dog tongue on it. That was just Swiss up, and then they suck it right out the door. And of course, Ripley feels horrible because her baby just got sucked out the
You
door,
know
even
what?
though that's not really her baby. That was her grandbaby. So basically, she had a
Yes,
baby. Yes, because
the
the
queen
queen
was
could.
using her as a host. So with like, so any
But the
person that
queen,
give the host that's the kid. I guess the grandbaby. Yeah, I guess it
Well,
makes
there was
sense.
one messed up family. This was like a hillbilly family, okay? Because because
Aliens just
she
bunch of
had the because
hillbillies.
she said that because she says so she says who they say something about the queen. Remember, go, oh, that's my baby, that's
Oh
my
yeah.
child or something, and so that's her child, and her child had a baby, but the child the apparently had a baby using her DNA, so the baby come out all messed up. So they really had a deformed baby, but again, the queen was deformed too because the queen had a big old giant belly and it had hatched out a deal.
Hey, yeah, it did. Let me ask you about something because you mentioned like it was 300-400 years later, right? Did you think that we needed a time gap, or do you think it would have been fine like 10, 20, 50, 300? Like, do you think that time gap matters though?
I
Because they
think
are in the
they
future already.
I don't think for us it did, but for them in the story, I think when the writers are doing it,
Hmm.
which by the way, what is the writers Josh Whedon?
Oh, you know what? Is it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, it
It
is
was Josh
Josh
Whedon.
Whedon. I
Wow.
didn't even pay attention to that.
Yeah. Well, Buffy the Vampire Slayer didn't pop out and kill anything, so that's why we didn't know.
Did you like wait, so for this movie, did you think that was it necessary or not necessary to have Ripley in it? What do you think?
Well,
Would it
I
be
don't
able
think
to
it was
carry on?
necessary to be
Oh,
honest with you.
okay. But I
I don't
think
know. No, with the way this no with the way the story went, you had to have Ripley because they needed that
that queen, right?
new alien. A new alien. What's called Alien Resurrection. So basically, the whole story, it even feels like the movie title is exactly the way this movie is.
Yes, I agree.
They made a bunch of alien movies, and Fox is like, we need another aliens movie. I don't care how good it is, or if it's bad or what. I don't care. Just get somebody, write it, and make it. I don't give a crap about anything. Don't tell me the details. And they're like, what do you want? No, I don't care. Just
Just
have.
do it.
I heard this Josh Whedon. Go get this guy, make it, and put Ripley in it because that's the only link that anybody will know to anything else. Because see, all the other characters in this, other than Rod Perlman, really didn't matter. Because like the captain, it didn't matter about who they were because it tried to tell you a story about these people, but you didn't really get to know any of these people because the aliens killed them before you even got to know them.
And you know what's really different about this one? There's not only one survivor at the end. A lot of people
Yeah,
made
there
it
was.
out.
Yeah, a lot of people made it out on a good old spaceship. I like that spaceship, by the way, the Betty. That's
Oh
the only
yeah.
reason I bought the. Yeah, that's the only
Oh,
reason I
because
bought the
yeah, you
book
seen that. Yeah, you like spaceships
because
and
I
stuff.
thought, oh,
Yeah.
that spaceship is awesome. I want one of those.
Huh.
Now, of course, it shows all the deformed bodies of Ripley, and I was like, yes, I do not want a test tube for that.
Oh. Did you think that scene was
That's some
necessary?
messed
Because
up
Ron
stuff.
Perlman's character made a joke about it. He's like, "What's the deal? What a waste of effing ammo."
What do we say him? Well, I guess they just wanted to show you how
Yeah.
disturbed these humans are.
Oh, I
No,
completely
they just
get
kept
that.
making more. That's horrible. No way.
So
Hey,
the thing about humans,
they
right?
just go, let's make this one out. Didn't work. One of them alive.
So I want to touch on a point, like the thing about humans, right? Every time we see in a movie or media, probably in real life too, if we see something that we don't understand and we capture it, right? We're gonna want to test its DNA. So you haven't seen this, you probably never will. The new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, Steph Rogen heavily touches on that fact. Okay, so Splinter is always very protective of the turtles, right? Because you can't be exposed because human won't understand. But they add in this little point which I find it very
But you
interesting.
you cut out. You
Oh,
cut out. I didn't hear anything.
oh, dang it. Which one did you hear? Like I was talking about the Ninja
She said
Turtles.
all I heard was Splinter, and then that was it.
Oh, Splinter is very protective of his turtles, right? Because
Yes.
it's kind of like Superman. If once they're exposed, human might not understand, and then the society would reject the Ninja Turtles. So in the movie, Steph Rogen specifically pointed out, like, hey, make sure you don't get exposed because if you expose yourself to the humans, they're gonna milk you. Because they did that in the last Turtles movie. As soon as they captured the turtles, they hooked them onto these machines so they can get their blood. I mean, like, it makes sense for that one because that's what humans do.
Yeah.
But I think Steph Rogen on his Turtles movie, he make fun
Well,
of it
you
by
can't. Here's the funny thing. We always.
milk you.
But it is funny though. If you think, I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
Let you finish though.
Well, I
Go
was
ahead.
gonna say I think that's one of the major reasons because I didn't wear that shirt today because now Fox is owned by Disney. That's why I wore this. That eventually, like humans, we never gave up on finding this alien species. We still want to study it after 300 years. Like, oh man,
Yeah.
remember when we had this? I wish that we could have this. Like, you know what we can do? Since Ripley is the last survivor, let's clone her DNA because we still have that from the prison file 300 years ago. And I
Yeah,
think,
but
yeah.
I want to
No, go
also
ahead,
want
go
to
ahead.
counter that. We always go, oh, well, humans, it's humans' nature to do this. It's humans' nature. I'm like, and whose not nature is it? Because I mean, I don't know any
Yeah, you're
extraterrestrials
true,
live
yeah.
on this planet.
Well, the thing I talk about is like, you don't see
Well, I
ducks
just know
and
everybody always says that humans want to do this, humans want to do that. I'm like, well, what other species is there?
okay, so when I want to answer the
But
question.
all animals are all
Yeah,
curious too.
see,
I guarantee you, if a horse could take your DNA and study it,
so
it
I was
would.
gonna
Monkeys
point that out.
could. Oh yeah.
So I was walking our dogs one day with Heather, right? And I was like, isn't it interesting that humans have these what I refer to what your question was like is intelligence, right? You know, our brain has so much chemicals that no one know why like people act a certain way they do. And I said,
Yeah, you're right now.
oh, you never know about like why humans act a certain ways that they do. Where they're crazy, why things like that. So I talked to Heather about like it's really funny that you never seen like a sociopathic duck or like a serial
Well,
killer dog.
well, actually, you probably have, but we wouldn't
We
know.
wouldn't know, right? Because we're not around. We were not around that community long enough to study that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you have dogs that just go around killing certain types of animals. Probably have a duck. It's crazy, but you don't really live as a duck, so how would you know?
Yeah, you're right. We don't.
I mean, there's a lot of animals that exhibit human-like behavior or other. I mean, we're all evolved from something, so
So
probably all got the same weird tendencies.
so last night I was watching Man of Steel with my son Ryan. Okay, and I was thinking like, hey, every time we show an alien species movie like in our history, except for District 9, and I guess Earth Girls Are Easy, right? Aliens always want to attack us or something like that. Okay, but my point is, aliens will
Okay.
always want to invade us. Okay, it's always like the superior intelligence want
Well,
to
that's because
dominate the
that's
world.
our one of our
Right.
biggest
So our
fears.
biggest fears. Okay. So now I'm thinking like, hey, won't it be interesting? Like, let's just say, a lot of people believe there are other life forms out there. What
Some
if
people do.
yeah, what if we are the most intelligent of all the like? I mean, because right now we don't know. Wouldn't it be interesting because we're dealing with space travel? We are the aliens, that's humans, that invades other planets in the future. Like
Well, we probably will be.
I
That's
know.
the sad thing.
I'm thinking like, why don't they make a movie about that? Because then I thought I put that thought process from what you said a long time ago. Like, people want to see a happy ending. Like, they don't. They're not gonna want to see a movie
Well,
where humans are the
well,
bad
that
guys.
comes. Well, I don't know that they wouldn't. They would make some. Just somebody hasn't got around to making it yet.
You know what they should do? Not tell from our point of view, right? But we start the
But there
story.
has been Star Trek episodes where humans do some stuff and then realize they are the invaders.
Oh.
But you don't watch a lot of
No,
Star
I
Trek.
know. I'm so glad you told me that. That means that I love the
So
thought
it's already been
process of like
done, actually.
I'm not the only one who thought of this. I do like that you told me
Yeah.
that.
Well,
Like,
there's
yeah.
been a lot of things where the humans do something and then they realize, oh, we made a mistake. We are actually now the invaders because we misunderstood your culture or didn't know you were even there.
So good. All right, so let's get back
So
on
it's already
topic.
been done.
So I really
Okay.
like Renona Ryder in this movie. So I watched that, the Australian guy about like the 10 things you didn't know. When
Yeah.
when the casting call ran out, right? Winona Ryder really wanted to be in this one because, like, from her resume, she haven't really done anything as I guess action packed as this one, you know. So she jumped on the chance to be
It was in
on this movie.
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, not an action packed movie. Speaking of Beetlejuice, did you see the new trailer?
I think I did. I saw part of it.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh man, this is so cool. Like, I don't think Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin was in it, but they put some new people. I mean, Winona Ryder's in
Well,
this
it's the
movie.
same family. Yeah, it's the same
Yeah, same
family that was
family.
there. Moved in the
So
house. And they
we'll
had the
see.
model.
Yes, when they unveiled the
Remember the
model, I was
model?
so excited
Yeah,
because
the model from
that
the
was the
first one.
first. Well, I'm gonna get off subject. Beetlejuice because it's still movie related. Beetlejuice was the movie that I saw PG-13, right? That they used the F word. That's when I start watching. I was like, wait, this is PG-13. Why did they use the F word? That was the movie I find out that you could use the F word in a PG-13 movie as long as not used in a sexual reference. Did you know that?
Okay. No, I didn't even
Yeah.
remember them using the F word in
Oh,
Beetlejuice.
okay.
I'm
So I'm
sorry,
gonna
that
I'm,
just
I'm gonna quote it because
didn't
when
really do
I
it.
think I forgot the scene, right? But it's when Michael Keaton says like nice fucking model. Because he's talking about that model, right? That's when he said it. I caught it really specifically. I was like, "What the heck?" Yeah, I still remember to this day when how I watched it and when he said it, because that was the first time I
Okay.
heard the F word in a
Okay.
PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't know why you keep saying the F word because you already used it.
I know, but I think there was another one they did, but I can't remember that one. But I remember Beetlejuice was my first PG-13 F word movie or fuck word movie. I don't want to keep
Oh,
saying
okay.
that.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, so
yeah.
that's cool.
All right,
That's
so
way
back to
off the
this one.
subject. But
This is
okay.
well, I was gonna say because well, this is rated R, Alien Resurrection. so
Yeah. Well, that's because a lot of death and
so
blood.
another thing that I really appreciate in this movie that they show these intelligence of these species, right? Is when the scientists had three of them trapped in that room, and he was learning the freeze thing, the freeze gas stuff. I really like the first time I didn't understand, but the second time I watched it, right, these three guys were talking about like which one of to me, which one of us are gonna sacrifice because they killed that other one, so that way his blood would, they know their
Yeah.
blood is
Burn a
acid
hole.
to burn a hole. I thought that was freaking brilliant. That just that scene right there was better than all of Alien 3.
So
Like
I got
I
a
just
question.
appreciate that one though. Yeah,
Where did those aliens come from?
they came from the Queen, right? It's because Ripley gave they took the Queen out, and it was
Yeah, they took the queen out,
that they were breeding already, and then they just needed more
but
cargo.
but how? But why come those babies didn't look like the human baby?
Oh, okay, okay. So I'm gonna hold on. You froze. Oh, are you frozen or?
I'm not
Oh, okay,
frozen.
good, because you was just still.
You keep freezing. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm because I'm waiting for an answer. Sorry,
oh, okay.
I
Oh,
should move around more.
I didn't think about that, but once you label that question, right, I was just thinking like, hey, it's evolution, right? It's not gonna be the first one that's immediate. I think that's what you're looking for. Like the
No.
first dozen, I want to say, the first dozen or first 24,
So
it's gonna be the
she
regular
had
one.
all those. So she had all those other ones the same way.
I was gonna say Ripley and the Queen were slowly evolving because when Ripley was going into an
Where
adult, right?
or did these smart ones come out of those all those people they brought, the settlers they brought?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that one takes longer to make.
Yeah,
The
you froze.
dang it, the hybrid one maybe takes longer to make. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm just curious because they you remember the cargo that they brought was all settlers that have been frozen for years too.
You talk about from the ship, or I thought they just needed more cargo from the Betty, like the Betty crew.
Yeah, the Betty crew brought settlers. Remember,
Yeah.
they robbed a ship and stowed all
Oh,
this frozen
I'm
settlers.
saying before the Betty ones came, this military crew already have some people that they sacrifice. I think that's where they came from, and then they just needed more because she was
Oh,
breeding.
or they didn't fast grow them off of those other people.
I don't know. I mean, like they never go to that part, but we're digging in too deep on this thing. But I do like
Okay,
it though. But I yeah,
they did kill all those people.
they probably did kill all those people, and they probably make people force volunteer, for science.
Well, they probably been shipping people to them all the time. We didn't know
Yeah, yeah. You know what? They probably do.
because
It's
these
just
guys
that.
seem to know. Because these guys seem to know that the general on this ship.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm not Alien. Was it Guardians of the Galaxy? Yeah, they have a whole bunch of scavengers bringing in whatever could take the job. That's pretty messed up though. The
I
cargo
don't
using
know.
the
You froze again, so I don't know what you said.
dang it. So I just want to let people know like me and Shane are on different internet connections, so we're not like side by side. He's using satellite internet, so a lot of times he's not able to pick up everything I say. So if I like, hey, let him keep
Not in
repeating
the
himself.
last 3 weeks. Yeah, not in the last 3 weeks.
The last 3 weeks has been really bad for you.
So if anybody wants to ever buy
Yeah.
Frontier Internet, don't.
So Frontier and but Frontier offers satellite, but I think they also offer fiber optics, but you don't have fiber. Like you don't have the option to have fiber. You know?
Not currently.
Yeah, not currently. Hopefully, eventually.
But
And
I'm
yet,
sure that if you get on it, you have to probably buy it from somebody else too. Like we are discussing who owns the door to the internet.
the
If
government.
anybody actually does know who controls the door to the internet or how I can get my own door to the internet, please let me know.
Yes, please comment below and let us know because I would like to know
Because I
that.
mean, it's not fair that you have to go pay AT&T or
Or whoever
Verizon
the
or
carrier is in your
or
area.
Frontier to go get on the internet, since the internet's actually supposedly free.
Yeah, right. Someone has to
I
pay
mean,
for
if
it.
I have to run a giant extension cord to get on the internet, I will.
So basically, I'm looking for a Cat 5 cable to go over that hurdle,
Yeah.
whoever the carrier is.
Yeah. Where do I go to plug this in?
Yep, that's all I need to know. Now that's interesting. Where is a place that I can do that to? I don't know. So, out of the Betty crew, who was your favorite
Well,
character?
I seen a bunch of
Oh,
guys out of the Betty crew.
yeah.
The Betty.
Oh, that's make sure. Who is the human person? So I
I didn't
eliminate
like
two things
so
there.
it's so he says who's the human person? So that means I can't pick Winona Ryder.
Yeah, I will go get back to her in a minute. I like the
Well, who's your
captain because I like the
he?
actor.
Oh yeah, well, he didn't last very long at
No, he
all.
didn't last very long. That sucks. So the first time I saw it, like immediately, I recognized him from that was before Strange Days because he was in Strange Days. But no, wait, Strange Days was older than this movie because I recognized him from Strange Days. He was the bad guy
But
in
who?
Strange Days. He's the long hair that going out with Juliette Lewis. He was the music producer or whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah, he's the
Yeah,
music producer.
that's why I remember him. Like, oh, I love this guy. He also the bad guy in when they made a movie about Christopher Columbus. But you
They
probably
made a
haven't
movie
seen.
about Christopher. I didn't see that. I didn't know they made a movie about Christopher Columbus.
That's almost 40, probably 30 something years now. Yeah, I seen that a long time ago. But yeah, I like that actor. But like you
Wow,
said,
yeah,
he didn't last
I
very
should.
long.
I don't know. I want to see it, so I
But
don't
you know
care.
what though? They always kill off the captain early, right? So the crew will stumble because the captain
Not
is
in Star
gone.
Trek. Not in Star Trek. They
Well,
don't.
they have a that's different because they have an order of command.
Yeah,
But like in
they
a
let the
crew
other
like
guys get
this, but
killed.
like they don't have an order.
Yeah.
These are just
Yeah,
scavengers,
what
right?
does he do? He just walks off. Yeah, he just walks off. Let's go. I'm just gonna walk down this hallway. Everybody else is going this way. He could have got off the ship and everybody would have been happy, but no, he has to go
Yep.
pick up some guns.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that character, but like I like the actor, but like that was it. But who was your one?
So
Without, unless you want to talk about Winona Ryder first, you want to think about this for a little bit. I did like the black guy who sacrificed himself. That was really good. Cause
oh,
you could
that was
tell,
actually pretty good.
yeah, because you could tell from
Yeah,
his
he's
face, like, oh man, he is going to sacrifice himself.
well.
And
Plus
yeah,
he was more of a captain. I think he was
he
actually
is.
more of a
It
captain
sounds like he was the
than
first
everybody
officer.
else.
Like the way that he talks, like, well, I don't trust anybody, but he knows what needs to be done, right? He's remind me of Chris Evans' character from Sunshine,
Yeah,
because he gave the gun back to that the army marine military
yeah.
person.
Well, he did everything. Yeah, he was. I mean, he was in. He was. This is. Yeah, he was ready to do his job. He did his job. He was.
Yep.
He was more. To me, he was more a captain though, because he cared about all those people getting off too.
Yep. He's that we
He
don't
didn't
leave
leave
anyone
anybody
behind.
behind.
Yep.
Like the guy in the wheelchair, he put him on his back,
Yeah.
Like Chewbacca carrying C-3PO.
Yeah. I love that. He's like I get rid of the chair. Like he wasn't going to leave anyone behind. So yeah, I really like that too. He was more man than the other guy in than Sunshine. That next in command. What a
Yeah.
wuss. He must be a book nerd. That's why he got second in command. That's what I always thought about. Like, oh, dude, what a wimp. If you weren't ranking higher than me, I kick your ass. But yeah, the captain and then the black guy with the dreads. I did like the weapons coming out though, and the military guy's like, "Drop your weapons." I can't. They are attached to me. But
Yeah,
in
no,
a
no.
situation like that, who's gonna listen to that? Like, dude, I can't look. Ron Perlman was the a-hole. The general on the ship, he was like a comic relief, even though his time was a lot shorter than the captain of the Betty. Right? His time wasn't like.
I don't know what you said, so
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
The
not sure.
general. I'm sorry. I know you cut out probably. The general on the ship, his time was a lot shorter than that actor I was talking about. What? Oh, you got cut out
No,
again?
you cut out every time you say something, so I don't
Dang,
know what you're saying.
okay. I'm gonna repeat it again. The general on the
Yeah,
ship, his time
yeah.
in the movie was a lot less than a lot of those people. I feel like he's the comic relief.
I don't know. I don't know if I mean, they did. I think that I feel like they showed him a lot more and you got a lot more idea of who he was than you did of these other people.
Yeah,
Because they just showed him like sitting here, doing this, talking here, blah blah blah. They was on there, and he blew up that whole thing with a hand grenade, and then he
yeah.
got killed really quick.
Then he got
He didn't
killed really
last very
quickly.
long.
Yeah, he didn't last very long.
We just know he's kind of crooked.
Yeah. I mean, so let's get back to Winona Ryder. Call. Did you think that she was a robot all the way through until they showed it? A clue at all? Did you? I'm sorry, did I
I don't
cut
know.
in? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know what you said.
oh, Winona Ryder's character, Call. Did you know she was an android? Any clue? Dang it.
Yeah, yeah, you're not saying anything.
Dang
You're just
it. It's like
frozen.
the third time is the charm. Call's character, Winona Ryder, did you know she was an android?
Well, yeah, because I read the making of book.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, it wouldn't have been a big surprise to me, anyways. It's like,
No?
oh no, robots always got to turn up in all the alien movies, anyways. Eventually,
Yeah, but then you had no idea she would be one, right? I mean, without looking at the book.
I probably wouldn't until of course, she
Until
walk
that
in,
scene, yeah.
yeah, and then you're like, okay. But plus, I guess when they shot her, you kind of knew because it's
They
Winona
killed a
Ryder, and
major character, yeah.
you're, you're not gonna kill Winona Ryder in a movie. That's too much.
Yeah, and that's why people blame Stormtrooper have bad aim because they're not gonna kill the main characters of the movie, okay? Alright. So what's another thing you like besides the ship? Like scenes? I wanna know your opinion of this
Oh,
movie.
I didn't have a favorite scene. Like I said, I don't have a favorite character in this movie. All I liked was the spaceship. It was cool. I'd like to ride on it.
So Alien Resurrection was better than, is it
But
Matrix
it was better than the
Resurrection?
third one. Oh yeah, it's better than Matrix 4.
I'm trying, is
Is that what
Matrix
you
4
asked?
called Matrix Resurrection? Shoot, I can't remember. Matrix 4. It wasn't called Matrix 4, right? It's called Matrix something. There's a subtitle
It
to that.
doesn't really matter what it was called.
No?
Matrix sucks is what it could have been called.
Matrix. Don't watch this Matrix. Huh. Alright, let me look.
Matrix, the movie
Oh,
that killed the movie.
so how did you like the Ripley has the, it's kind of like Blade, right? Ripley is the Blade of this movie. So you have all the powers from the alien species. So you have these the strength, the acid blood, and well, that's only two things I know. Like probably whatever the aliens have, she possessed in her power, right? Ripley can Ripley have super strength. She have the acid blood. She have the healing factor.
Yeah, yeah, that was cool.
So it
I
makes
guess.
Ripley
So she basically was a superhero.
super. I was gonna say she was the Blade. She was the
Yeah, she was
Daywalker.
Wonder Woman.
You know all of their powers, but I don't know what these their weaknesses are. They never showed it. A lot of dead silence. Dang it! I hate it when your internet
Well,
sucks.
because I keep yeah, you're not saying anything. It just keeps cutting out. Basically, I just see you moving a little bit.
Yeah, I am talking. It just cuts out
And
for
every
you
now I
because
hear
your
like Ripley this and then
internet
Ripley
sucks.
and then Ripley and then I'm like, I don't even know what you're.
Well, I said Ripley
How
has.
do we, but you hear me, so how do we
I
know
hear
it's
you just fine
so how do we know it's mine or it's my internet?
because you're not cutting out for me. I'm cutting out for you.
Okay, well you can't talk bad about my internet because I can't hear you.
Dang it.
So I'm the only one that we can hear. Well, everybody can hear you too, but I can't hear you. So out of everybody watching this show, I'm the only one that can't hear anybody talking.
Well, how did you like they found a survivor? That one guy before he turned.
Oh yeah, they did. They found that dude. Who's he? We've seen him in a lot of movies.
Well, he's in a lot of movies. What did they give him a name? I don't even remember.
I don't remember what they gave him. Yeah, I think he did get. Yeah, well, I know he wanted to go to a colony. He was supposed to be some kind of colonist.
And you know what? That thing did bust out and he killed the scientist with it.
Yeah, eventually. Oh, that was awesome. Actually, that is my favorite scene right there. That's my favorite scene.
Because he used his strength to beat up that scientist guy.
Well, no, when well, he knows that thing's gonna bust out of his chest, right?
Yep.
So normally he'll bust out your chest and just kill you. So he grabs that other scientist guy in front of him and he busts out of his chest and into the other guy's head.
What's funny is why would that guy know that? Like, why would that guy know that? Like
Hey,
his
that's my favorite scene. Why you gotta ruin it?
oh, I don't know, but like I like that too because I can't wait for that
Actually,
guy
they
to
told
die.
him though. They told him that there's going to be an
Oh,
alien living
that's
inside of
right.
his chest cavity. It's going to pop right
Ripley
out.
Ripley told him that. Yes,
Yeah. So that guy's like, okay, well, if I'm going to die, I'm going to die a hero. So he chest busts an alien right through the other guy's head.
that was a good scene
And since that guy
because
was, and plus that guy was such a jerk,
yep,
because he double crossed Winona Ryder's character and stuff, he deserved a head bust to the back of the head
he
and
sure
not his
does.
face.
I couldn't wait for him to die. Like
So
the
that
whole
was a good
movie,
scene.
that was
That
a
was a
great
good scene.
scene. I
That
can't
was a
wait for
good
him to
scene.
die. Dang it. I did that. It was really funny when they were trying to open the door, right? And he's like coughing. Then they stop what they're doing to point their guns at him. I remember in the theater that scene was really funny because he's like, "I'm okay, I'm okay." Oh, that's funny. I know that you stopping a lot because I know because you can't hear.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything you said, but hey, I'm laughing too.
So every time they have a swimming scene in a movie, right? I'm thinking like, how long can everybody hold their breath? If I'm in a situation like that, I don't think I can hold my breath for 100 yards.
Oh, in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. That's not going to be good. Plus, you can see that one lady didn't want to do it, and then she got eaten by the alien.
Oh, the girlfriend of the captain, right?
That's what you get for being last. Don't ever be last. If you're in a bad situation and there's monsters chasing you, make sure you're in the middle. You want to be in the middle because the first guys that jump up, they ran into those chest buster things.
Yes, they did.
Remember?
Yeah. I forgot to wear my
No, the
the
face
face,
mask
yeah, the
things.
face
Yeah.
things, yeah, the face grabbers.
Yeah, so if you're in the first, the face grabbers get you. If you're in the back, the alien grabs you by the foot and kills you. So
Yep.
if you're in the middle, and you hopefully there's two people ahead of you and two people behind you, you're probably gonna make it through this movie. Always be in the middle.
I did find it interesting that they don't have to kill the queen on this movie. They have to kill that hybrid
Yeah,
alien.
because the queen got killed by childbirth.
Yeah, by the chow, and then oh bless you, it
Thank you.
smacked her in the face, man. Like that one is even stronger.
Oh yeah, but it can't kill you with its tongue.
No, yeah, and how this
I actually
movie
didn't.
ended.
I didn't even like this hybrid alien anyway. So I was like,
No, I
what?
think it didn't give us enough time
Well,
to
that's here's
like
here's
it.
the problem: is a lot of people watching it, they're probably thinking, we will not watch another alien movie. This is the aliens that we got to see in the future.
Oh, so that's why they killed it so quick. They killed that one quick. Just like at the end of Aliens 2, they kind of throw her out of space. The vacuum sucked her out. The vacuum sucked out that alien, and then it just went out piece by piece, like some kind of vacuum tube. Did you like that? Like how it killed it? You
It
know,
looked like a bunch of vomit floating out in space.
that remind me of Infinity War.
But the funny thing is, this is supposed to be Alien Resurrected, right? After this, they go back. They go back and do they do prequels now.
Yes, with
Because the
Prometheus.
problem is they've been trying to resurrect this alien movie, and they just haven't gone. Because I mean, even this story, you couldn't make any more alien movies after this again.
Because they kill them all again. It's like every time they do this, they have to kill them all.
Yeah, because if you make another movie after this one, it would have to be you stealing Ripley to clone her to clone another alien out.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as great. You know what? There was I think it was just last week. There was a new Aliens trailer. Because
Yeah, there was.
yeah, I can't
But I
remember
didn't
the
see
name
it.
though.
But surely it's not after this, because I mean, this is already like 1,000 years out in the future, which the timeline doesn't really matter in this movie. You know why? Because all these humans are various times because they can freeze you and then thaw you out. You may be frozen for 100 years. Some people are frozen for 300 years and they get thawed out at the same time as a guy that should be 1,000 years old.
Ooh.
So age don't matter. It's kind of like passengers. Remember when we were talking about passengers?
Yeah.
Everybody's traveling this long distances. Those people could be from all kinds of different times because they freeze them. So people that are born in 1976 could be thawed out and be the exact same age as somebody born in the year 2079.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that means if I got frozen, I could date a girl from like the year 2179. I could ask them, hey,
Yeah. That's very interesting
Uh,
what you said because the first thing I thought about was drinking age.
okay.
Like if Ryan is 8, right? But then we travel into space that took 30 something years. When we get there, he's still
Yeah, when you
technically
thaw him
physically
out,
8.
he's probably 100,000 years old, but they're not gonna let him drink. They're gonna look at him and go, "No way, dude." They're gonna
Exactly.
they're gonna say, you got another 17 years ago. Hopefully, you don't get frozen between in there
And then like
because it ain't gonna work.
we're like, when was your first drink? When I was 2,562 years old. Because
Yeah.
I've been traveling space in hyperspace and I've been
Well, that's the
frozen for
same
so
thing.
long.
Yeah, that's the thing though, because one of his friends they could get thawed out. One of his friends is like 80 years old,
Or
physically 80 years old, and
or
he's sitting there. I'm still 7.
or he made a kid his own age, right? But he's a lot older than the other 8-year old.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, like dude,
I
once you
mean,
travel
yeah,
in
it's
space,
a
the
big.
year that you're born to is like it's like how old are
That's
you biological or like what is it like physically like your physical being? Is that how they might refer to it in the future?
I don't know.
But you know what I'm referring to
Yeah, I
like
guess they
how did
will.
they
They'll be
do
like,
that?
how many times? Yeah, they'd have to give you a different age time
Yeah, but we
because
do this.
several of those people gonna be hundreds of years,
Yeah, hundreds of
so
years.
they're
Oh,
not. So
whew.
I guess they're gonna ask you. So how much time have you spent unfrozen or something?
Yeah. What is your unfrozen time? That's
Yeah. I don't know.
unfrozen
We
time.
I don't know how to coin that. Somebody will have to make an aliens movie or another space movie that tells you that.
That's this kind of math, right? Like, what's the easiest thing? Like, well, we put this device on your arm. Just tell us like how many times, how long he been frozen, and when and where. Like that stuff got to be registered.
Yeah.
That's how you. Oh, that's crazy to think about.
There's a lot of space movies don't even do the frozen stuff anymore.
No, the Passengers is the most recent one that we saw. They did the hypersleep. Not really. Is hypersleep the same thing as frozen? I know that Shane, you just froze for a minute, and I
Yeah.
just
Well,
asked it.
no, I actually didn't move because you didn't. I couldn't hear anything you
Oh,
said.
I said, is hypersleep a same thing as frozen or
No,
it's
you
different?
froze this very serious face.
Oh,
It's got a very serious face.
hold on. Let me know when you can hear me because I want to
Okay,
ask
I
you.
could hear you. I could hear you right now.
Hyperspace is the same. Hypersleep is not the same thing as being frozen,
Now
right?
you just cut out.
Dang it!
Hypersleep is what?
It's not the same thing as being frozen, right?
I don't know what you said. I
Dang
just
it!
heard hypersleep, and that was it.
Hypersleep is not the same thing as being frozen, right? Did you hear me that time?
Don't know. Don't know what you're saying.
Oh, so I don't think you heard me yet.
Nope, sure didn't. I could just hear you say I didn't hear you yet.
Hypersleep is not the same thing as frozen.
I don't know.
I
I
mean, I'm
guess we'd have to
asking
make
you
that
like,
up ourselves.
oh,
I would think hypersleep would be the same thing as frozen because I mean it's just really getting hyper. It just like freezes the crap in. It's like it makes you go to sleep so fast that you don't know what you're doing. Hypersleep actually sounds stupid.
right. I was thinking that you would
I mean
still age
hyperspace,
in
because
hypersleep.
hyperspace, yeah, it's like jumping warp speed or going really fast, light speed. I get that. It's because I mean hyper space would be like traveling to really fast space. But the problem is hypersleep. What would hypersleep? I mean, can you? I mean, it would just be like going to fast so fast. I mean, it'd be like you're like in some kind of. I guess they just make it sound cool. That's probably be like saying, "Hey, do you like Uber sleep?"
Maybe I should ask Neil deGrasse Tyson this question: like, is hypersleep and being frozen the same thing when it comes to space travel?
But wouldn't it be the same? I'd say yeah.
But
They're putting you in hypersleep. But I mean, come on, they're just putting you in a deeper sleep that you nothing's touching your body, so it'd be like being frozen.
you don't age during hypersleep.
Where did we hear hypersleep at?
I don't. I thought it was in all these alien movies they put you in hyper or some kind of sleep, whatever sleep form they are in when they space
Okay,
travel.
well, they're freezing. Yeah, but they're freezing these guys because these people aren't
Oh,
aging while
so
they
they are
travel.
frozen. Okay.
Yeah, so they're frozen. Yeah, they had to be frozen because some of those bodies are like several hundred years. Because even Ripley in several of the movies, in the first movies, she was several hundred years old.
That's why the first one, yeah, because they were traveling in space.
Yeah, so she was already frozen for about 100 years and stuff. Everything's already changed on Earth.
Huh. Ooh, so the fun math would be every time they go somewhere new, it's using hypersleep. How
Yeah,
old is
yeah.
Ripley by the times?
By the
Let's just
time she gets to something, there's hundreds of people have already died, lived a whole life on Earth. several
Yeah.
generations. So that's the thing. So the time you get to your first place, everything you owned or you pretty much you're an antique. You're not going to know anything that they discovered on Earth. You're not even going
Wow.
to know how they use it because you're just too old. So by the time you get to a new colony, the colony is going to have to stay to itself because they're not going to understand. I mean, all that stuff on Earth is going to be witchcraft to them. That's the problem, uh,
Wow. I didn't
yeah,
think
so think
about
about
that.
that. But yeah, so hypersleep, hypersleep is they just say sleep, but you really you're frozen. You're stuck in this limbo.
Hypersleep is the time travel.
So like I said, you can call it Uber sleep. You can call it whatever you want to.
Wow.
I mean,
So
it's like taking a Benadryl and just getting knocked out.
so ever since the first Alien movie, Ripley was just trying to go home. She never got home.
Was she trying to go home, or
I don't
where was
know.
she trying to go? Home into Earth?
Yeah, home
Because
to
didn't
Earth from
she
the
end up
first
on
one.
Earth? Yeah, but all her
No.
kids already died.
Yeah. The second Alien movie because they intercepted her ship. She never got to the final destination. I think her
What was her final
destination from
destination?
I don't remember now.
Well, I know that she never made it into the movie Final Destination, so
Yeah. Yeah, me neither. It's not her type of movie.
could be.
Yeah, because like they asked, well, Cole asked Ripley like, "What is Earth like?" She's like, "I don't know. I'm a stranger myself." But at least they
Yeah.
didn't bring any aliens back. Well, at
But
least
nobody
the
knew. Well, we don't know that. That spaceship could have, some of them could have survived. I mean, if you come on, they got acid spit.
she has acid split.
No, they all had acid
Are you
spit.
talking about the aliens? Are you talking about the crew?
Yeah, the aliens.
Oh, the aliens.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
I'm
aliens.
talking about the whole
And
crew. Only Ripley has the acid spit.
yeah, out
What
of
a
well, because she's kind of like an alien.
I know. I
Yeah,
thought
think about that. You know what? What's going to really suck?
what?
If she gets to Earth to meet some guy and she wants to kiss that guy, that guy's going to die. His face
Well,
going to get burned off.
if she's bleeding,
Oh, was it just blood?
it's the blood.
Oh, okay. So they better get a good test tube and a needle
Because
and
like
give
the
her.
aliens heal fast. What they do is they cut themselves and they fling it at you. Because
Oh,
Ripley does the same thing. She cut her hand so she could, open
yeah,
that gate
I
to that
remember that.
panel. Yeah, and then she heals fast.
Oh, okay, I thought it was the spit. Yeah, you're right. It's the blood because she spit out the blood.
I mean, you could probably bite your mouth and then spit out your blood, and then that's how they do it too. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, then that just takes away my interesting theory. Some guy getting their
yeah,
face burned off.
we already have Rogue and Gambit to do that, but we don't need another person that burns your face off. That is a cool pouch. So basically, she's like Wolverine with acid spit.
Yeah, but she's also not even really Ripley because she's
She's not
cloned.
Ripley. She's the Daywalker of these aliens.
Okay, so she's the Daywalker of the aliens. So
She is probably the superhuman.
she is
Hybrid
superhuman.
human
She's a
alien.
hybrid. Yeah, you could say hybrid human.
Yeah, just like the other thing. The other thing that killed the queen in this movie. That one. They never say it's a boy or girl, right? We just know this alien species.
It was just gross because they're both hugging each other and the other one's licking all over her face. I'm
I
like,
know.
okay, alien love is just wrong.
Did that other scientist bother you? You got a beautiful,
Oh,
beautiful butterfly. Like, why is this guy not
that
dead
dude
yet?
was weird. Yeah, well, I don't know why he was dead yet. Well, eventually he got killed, but man, I thought he was dead too because he was just such a weird dude. He's all
Yeah,
happy about this, but again,
but he's
if
a
you lived on a
scientist. Yeah.
spaceship, but if you live, yeah, he was a scientist that lived on a spaceship. Probably who knows how long he was on that spaceship by himself. So
Yeah, it's kind of like the first time we see Data in Independence Day. Like, you can imagine they don't let us out much.
yeah, yeah,
He is that
exactly.
guy.
Yeah, what was that, Doctor Unka or whatever his name?
Yeah, I can't
What was
remember.
his name?
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
exactly. That's exactly who that guy is. He's like, yeah, they never let me off this spaceship.
Yeah, I can understand that because he's a smart one. They don't want him out.
It's-
But he's one of those like interested in his doing his job. Like, hey, my purpose is like curiosity, right? I want to see where this
yeah.
species
So
is.
basically, he was the Sheldon of the group.
Very much so. He's very awkward. Yes, he's the Sheldon Cooper of the
But
group.
he doesn't know he's awkward. I mean, in his own
No,
world, he's not awkward at
no,
all.
he's not awkward at all. He's like, why is everyone weird? If you think
Yeah, where
everybody
is
else is
everybody
weird,
weird? Exactly.
you're the
Yeah,
weird one.
yeah. Everybody else was weird. Yeah.
Maybe that's
Well, not
how I am all
technically.
the
I mean,
time.
we're probably weird. I mean, yeah, exactly. It depends on your definition of what was weird.
Yeah, I know, right? What is weird? What is normal? What is normal
I
anyway?
know, because it's funny. I always hear people go, "Oh, that person's so weird." I'm like thinking, according to you,
Yeah, according to
because
you,
because
right?
to me, you're a little weird.
Yep, definitely.
So they always go, "Oh, that family's odd." I'm thinking, you're kind of odd too. So I don't think it's okay.
To each his own. Yes.
Yeah.
Huh. So since we see all four of these movies, right? How would you rank them? Like two, one, four, three. Three is obviously the last one, right? Is it two, one,
Yeah.
four, two, four,
I,
one,
I may do 2, 1, 3, and
four?
4. And no, wait. I'm sorry. I
Oh,
messed up my deal.
oh, okay.
Well, it's also hard to do that ranking when we saw those other ones a long time ago, and I saw this one just recently. But
I,
I feel about the same about this movie as I do the first one. To be honest with you,
what do you mean
I
by that?
was well. It's a closer. It's running because I was bored during the most of the movie.
Ah, yes. The first one is very boring until the
So was this one.
yeah.
I mean, basically, I think of when they tell them to make an aliens movie, they go, what do you want us to do there? Then, well, make sure you make it boring so it's like the rest of the franchise.
The second
But
one wasn't as
okay, if I
boring.
was they didn't really do too much in the second one too. I'll tell you what I'll give you. The second one
Mm-hmm.
first,
Yeah,
first one second, then the fourth, and then the third.
and
So probably
then
the
one,
same
right?
order you would have done it.
Oh, two, four, one, three. Two,
It would
four,
have
one,
been
three.
2, 1, 4, 3.
Oh, two, one, four, three. Oh, okay. So yeah, same as me. Two, one, four, three.
Yeah, exactly. I would have done the second one because it had so much more people in it.
Yep.
Had more spacecrafts, weaponry. So that's why the second one did action.
The
Wasn't as slow.
directed by Jim
First,
Carrey,
the
had
first
Bill
one,
Paxton in it.
and the only reason I'm putting the first one over the
The
fourth
fourth.
one is just because it has the original. No, I'm putting number one in the second spot
Yeah,
over the fourth one,
yeah, me too. Two, one, four,
just
three.
because it has the original Ripley, not
Yep.
because it was better, because it really wasn't.
So two, one, and four is like a tie, but yeah, that's how I would
Yeah,
put it. Two, one,
to
four,
me,
three.
1 and 4 is a tie, but it didn't resurrect aliens for me. I'm like,
You know what? Eventually, you will forget about these movies. Then we'll go into Prometheus.
well, hey, we should just go ahead and do it because I've already forgot about all these movies. I'm thinking I would have probably liked the newer alien movies probably better than
Really?
I
Is
don't
it
know. I haven't
because?
seen them, so I shouldn't judge it. But
Okay.
I think it's just because I just from what I see, I like the actors in it. It looks a little more modern, more
Oh, because
spacecraft
you got Michael
stuff.
Fassbender in it.
It's got a crew. Well, I was actually like talking about Mr. Eastbound and Down, but okay.
Wait, Danny McBride
Is it Danny McBride in it?
in
I'm sure he
Prometheus? I
is.
gotta look this up before we go
You
anywhere.
better look at it because I need to know because that's going to determine if I want to watch it or not.
Prometheus by Whitley Scott. Let me take a look.
I could have swore he was in it. Well, he's in one of the Aliens movies.
Michael Fassbender. Charlize Theron is in it. Idris
Oh,
Elba. Guy Pearce.
wow, there's a whole lot of people in this one.
Huh. Benedict Wong is in this movie. I
Huh.
don't see Danny McBride.
I wonder if he wrecked the ship and hurt everybody. And he had to kill himself.
Huh. No, I don't remember
Okay,
Danny McBride.
maybe it's the
being in
next. It's probably in the next one then.
Alien Covenant. I mean, I
Yeah.
gotta look because I can't remember.
Wow. We
Alien
need to watch
Covenant.
these. Yes.
Prometheus. Alien
So, do
Covenant.
you think this is on Disney? All these are on Disney Plus yet?
I don't think so. I want to say I haven't. Oh, Danny McBride's in the second one.
Okay, see, I knew he was in one of them. He made it.
Huh. I forgot he was in the second one.
Well, then he must get killed pretty quick then.
27. But you know what? At my age, I can barely. Oh, you know what? Also, I can't even remember when I saw this. It was way after 2017.
Oh, okay.
So I don't remember. I don't remember either one of these. I think it's because the older I am, once I watch something, I don't remember it. I had to watch
Well,
these movies when I was younger.
or maybe it's the same reason that I don't remember a lot of movies because they weren't that good.
So you think you watch a really good movie nowadays at our age, you would remember it
Yep.
still?
Oh yeah. What's this? We don't have Alzheimer's. I remember good movies. I remember all the Marvel movies I watched that were good. I actually remember all the movies that I watched that are good.
Yeah, I do too.
Not too long ago, I watched Ford versus Ferrari. Pretty good. I
That
remember
was
all the
very
scenes.
good.
I remember a lot of the lines because it was good and it was a long movie, and I remember the lines
That
still.
is a long movie. You know what? Moneyball is also good. I watched that when I was with Heather.
I watched that a while back too. That was a pretty good
Yeah,
movie.
Moneyball is really good because they have a lot to do with math, and I love it.
Yeah, I don't really love math, but that's because I'm not Chinese. Wanted to see what you would say.
So, I was watching this episode of Young Sheldon just a couple of days ago. I was playing something in the background, and they did that thing with Sheldon where like he's using statistics for football
Yeah.
to help his high school win, right? And they freaking love it because statistics is how it works because
Okay.
that's exactly
Yeah.
how sports works. Statistics.
Yeah. Well, statistics actually run a lot of stuff on this
Yeah,
planet.
and then like that's what reminded me of Moneyball. And then so in Young Sheldon, even in the Big Bang Theory, Sheldon mentioned that his best friend was a Vietnamese guy. Okay, so once Sheldon was very popular in school, okay, because he's the reason why they're winning football games. So the Asian kid, Chan. This is what he said, like, hey, dude, you were really popular. And what I tell everybody was like, hey, I was the one that helping you with the statistics. And
It's
since
that
I was
you
8,
just cut out,
dang
but
it. Dang it. We were having such a good long streak too before I start
yeah,
cutting
we
out again.
were. Then you
So
just now cut out on the
so
best story.
Tran was telling Sheldon like, hey, since I told everyone that I was helping you with the statistics, but since I was Asian, so they bought it. Because it's math. And it's so funny. Every time they show Tran's family in Young Sheldon, it mirrors a lot like a lot of Asian people work so hard to get to this country. And then my son complains about dumb stuff, right? That my mom would have beat me for.
That's
Because like I could give you one prime example before we cut this short. Ethan would be like, "Oh, my elbow hurts, my knees hurts," and this is what Heather tells me. Like, I think it's growing pains, and in my mind, I'm thinking like, somebody's acting like a little bitch, because I can tell you right now, I don't even remember if I had growing pains. If I did, right, my mom would say like, "Well, good, maybe next time you won't do that." I'm like, what? There's no sympathy, pain. Like, I was getting massaged by a massage therapist when a couple of months ago. My back hurt really bad. I think it was like I was sitting on the floor too long or something, and one of our friends, this lady, she was massaging me. He's like, "Damn, your muscles really tight here. Are you sure you're not hurting right now?" Like, to tell you the truth, I don't feel any pain. And then she told me like, you might have a really high pain tolerance. Like, I guess so. I don't know. Maybe because when I was young, right, when it really hurt, my mom told me to stop complaining about it, so I just forget about it. Maybe mentally I can block stuff out without even know that I'm blocking stuff out. I'm like, I don't know. All right, so we'll see how we can work out Prometheus or Alien Covenant into our schedule. That really depends if they're either showing on Disney Plus, maybe not Paramount Plus because it's so I don't know where it's showing on, and maybe I might already have it. So we're looking at our schedule, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.